The emergence of third-generation telco really attempts to reflect three messages. One, the share, the learnings and insights that Mariner is gaining working with its customers globally, large customers and small customers. Secondly, what are the implications from those learnings in terms of the future of IPTV and the future of telephony for that matter? And thirdly, what could this mean to TV service providers, IPTV service providers, or carriers in general as they move into the next generation of telephony? Mariner's had the very good fortune of working with several leaders in IPTV, both in North America and in Europe. In Europe, we've had the good fortune of working with DT, Deutsche Telekom, Telefonica, most recently with BT, British Telecom. Here in North America, we're working actively with two of the three largest carriers, CenturyLink and AT&T. In Canada, the TELUS, SaskTel, Bell Aliant. As well, we have two great partnerships with industry leaders, Cisco and Microsoft Media Room. From these partnerships and from these relationships, we've observed some common challenges and some common themes across all these players. So it's interesting that after really billions of dollars of investment across the industry, and what we now see as millions of customers enjoying IPTV, these leaders on both sides of the Atlantic, for that matter, really continue to struggle with some of the fundamental challenges of IPTV. Challenges like vast amounts of performance data, but still struggling with the challenges of customer insight. What is happening with that individual customer? Acceptance by an evolution of their own service delivery teams, and that is the challenge of change at the people level. The ongoing challenge of customer acquisition and activation cost continues to plague the industry. 4, 6, 8 hour install times are not uncommon. Recently, we saw in the Globe and Mail an article called "This is where we leave cable behind," which is a very lean forward view of the industry in Canada, the IPTV industry. Is this the time we're going to leave them behind? It should be. Another challenge is just the ubiquity of TV, the ubiquity of video, and the challenge that is posing to all the carriers. And finally, the constant raising of the bar by the customer, which is not a bad thing, but constantly an ongoing challenge to service providers. Mariner has seen these challenges across the board. We've seen them in Europe, we've seen them in Canada, we've seen them in the US. So what does this all mean to local players? Again, Mariner has had the, very good fortune of working with quite a range of small players across the United States, rural players. One in particular, Beck Communications from North Dakota. They've taken local content, in their case what they call Beck Sports, Beck Lifestyle, Beck Local Weather. They've turned that into a real competitive advantage. Stepping back from the customer perspective is a phenomenon we at Mariner refer to as the squeeze or the innovation squeeze. It's telcos are faced with the challenge of deploying a complete set of new services or new products. At the same time, delivering those across a whole set of new servicing platforms, provisioning platforms, billing platforms, and telcos have to do both. That integration often in full view of the customer, is a tall order. So what does it take to manage the squeeze, the innovation squeeze? Service providers have been wrestling with these challenges, these changes, these support systems for years. IP-based billing, self-serve on steroids, IP-based everything, rapid application delivery. It's as you know, it's the architecting and designing and building, sometimes cursing, supporting these applications, these support systems. These are the underpinnings of the third generation telco. It's from this work emerges the third generation telco. Mariner has helped world-class IPTV companies. Our experience can help you grapple with and become a third generation telco.